Hey guys, it's Sam here. So I've never done this before, but I decided to make a YouTube video on the different types of palm rolling to tighten up your dreadlocks. Now, kind of wish I haven't already done this, but as I was tightening my dreadlocks, I thought about it, and because I always had an issue trying to find a good video on how to do it, because a lot of people would just say, well, you know you're doing it right whenever you feel it tighten up against your scalp, which is true, but like I've had to do like a lot of trial and error and different types of palm rolling to really figure out what fit me the best. So today that's what I'm gonna do. The other day I just added my 4th row of dreadlocks. I've had dreadlocks since June probably. And I've been wanting to add rows slowly just to see how I like them, and well, I like them, so I'll keep adding rows. And now you can see down here, like this one, like all my older dreadlocks have little kinks in them like this, but that's due to the fact that whenever I was trying different methods of tightening them, I had decided to, see there's another one right here, I had decided to use a crochet method. Well, I looked up different techniques for crocheting your dreadlocks, and oh well, actually here's one I can show you, like compared to, you know, this one, it's not tight. So that's what I'll show you. But I was trying different tightening techniques, and I was trying the crochet method, and it kind of, that's what caused loops in my dreadlocks, because I would accidentally pull too much hair and cause it to kind of be pulled out, which I mean, I'm not gonna worry about. I think it's fine. So as it grows, I'll just make sure that it stays tight like this. But I found the best method that works for me is a palm rolling method, and I also use, you don't have to use any product, and it's honestly better if you don't use product. That's what a lot of people say, but this is just basically sea salt spray. It's it looks backwards, but it's Nog Shampa tightening spray, and it's just organic dreadlock product, Dreadlocks. I really recommend them, they're awesome. But I literally just spray like a little bit of that, like a couple spritz on my hand, and then I take a dreadlock that I want to tighten, and I first, here I'll show you my method, but I palm roll. I do this first, so let me just show you what I do here. So I take a little bit in my hand, and you can tell this is one I just tightened. This one I have not tightened, so I try to get it towards the base of the root, and really the best way to do this is to, like, you're gonna build some arm muscles. Honestly, you're gonna build some arm muscles from palm rolling, because the best method I found was to, you know, get it as tight as you can, get it inside your palms, don't, like, not on your fingertips, but get it on inside your palms, and press down as hard as you can, and create as much friction as possible, and don't pull down your dreadlock as you palm roll it, but just kind of let your hands will just go down as you palm roll. Like, just don't force it down, just kind of let it drag down, like work its way down there. Hi Lila, our doggy's trying to come see me. It's okay. Here, I'll show you. Say hi, everybody. Well, you can see her. Say hi, Lila. So anyway, so I do that first, and that kind of works in the tightening spray. And then what I do, what has worked best for me to really get your dreadlocks nice and tight, is to take, which I've been in an accident, so I have a couple fingers missing, but I put the dreadlock, I put the back of my hand up against my head like this, and I put the dreadlock in between probably these two fingers because that's where I can create the most friction because I have more finger there. And so I put the dreadlock in between my fingers like this, go all the way up against my head, and then I take my other hand and do it between these two fingers. And so I get as tight as possible, and it takes a minute when you're near the scalp to kind of get it going, and if you don't feel like it's tightening, you can work the opposite direction, and that will usually find your groove there. But you use some muscle, and like how I was kind of doing this, that kind of messes you up, or like it creates an effect that doesn't tighten your dreadlock as well. So try to keep your palms flat together, and if you can, move the hand that's against your head as well, because moving both the hands creates the maximum amount of friction that you want, and then eventually you can kind of feel it start locking up. It's kind of hard if I can angle it. Locking up tighter against your head, and then you can kind of work your way down so you can see that it's tighter right there. My end is very loose, but it's already getting tighter, and you can do this as much as you want, you know, but it's whatever you feel like. But as long as you're creating a lot of friction and getting a lot of heat and pressing your hands together and just moving in a circular motion, you can, like I said, you can reverse it, but usually when you go in one direction and it's tightening, it'll tighten that entire direction down your dread. So you can see I'm almost at the end here and only have a little bit left, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And sometimes if you feel like you need a little bit of extra, sea salt, because that creates a lot more friction and heat, and that is what locks in those loose hairs that we want to become part of the dread and dread up. So the more you do this, the tighter your dreads will be. And I have decided, yes, to do them on my own, but I've enjoyed the process. It is a lot of work, but it's kind of rewarding because, you're making your own dreads. So this is only in the 4th row, so about half of my head is dreaded, and I can show you the back of it here in a second. But see all these little lumps if you want to. It's just because it's tightened up more around here. You can go back and go where those lumps are and try and put those together. See, that's a little bit better. It's just whatever you want to do with your dreadlocks. If you want them long and cylindrical, that's up to you. And if you want lumps in them, some people like the natural lumpy look. I mean, I wanted to start out with, just dreads that are straight down like this one, but can't always get what you want in this side. Still a little fat. These are baby dreads, so I got a lot left to go, but this is the rest of my hair, and it'll probably be a while a little bit longer before I add another row. But even with my hair down, you can't really tell that I have dreads, but they're fun. And if you ever want to try them, I would recommend them, because there are a lot of people tell me that I'm gonna regret it because I'll just shave my head or something, but you do not have to shave your head. You can brush your dreadlocks out. It's a lot of work, but hair is hair and it grows back. So if you want to have dreadlocks, I think you should try it. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope my tutorial was helpful, and if it was, then you can click the subscribe button and like my video and maybe share it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.